Morla Qadrat, Morla Qadrat. Say no, say no, say no to drugs. Say no, say no, say no to drugs. عديا جوالقة عديا خمسة ضيق مطبخ لوخم الناشد شقلين دراكس لينا ضيان وخم أخجي إنا مخرباني.
Hi friends, welcome to episode 97 of the Assyrian podcast. It's Steve and it is so good to be here with you. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now that is causing anxiety and concern, and we can all use a good laugh. So we thought we would take you back in time to a different world. So come back with me into the 1990s when people were using VHS tapes, music videos were a thing, Jim Carrey was funny, and Weird Al Yankovic was popular. Now that you've got that frame of reference, let's go one notch further and remember our Assyrian subculture at that time. If you grew up in an Assyrian household, then you may have heard and seen music videos by the Ashoor Drama Group. Why You Care, Shamiran, Murlaqa Drugs, and much, much more that you're going to hear on this episode. The leader of this group was Samir Bahi, and he had a passion for comedy and music that he infused together with his bandmates to imprint upon the minds of Assyrians everywhere music they either did or did not want to remember, but it was so catchy and funny. It was a labor of love, and we all reaped and are still reaping the benefits of the Ashoor Drama Group. On a related note, a couple years ago when we began the Assyrian podcast, the goal was to crowdsource it. We never wanted to limit who could be interviewed on whether I'm available or other hosts are available. Instead, we wanted to capture stories from Assyrians from all over the world. We wanted it to be completely crowdsourced. And so you might have a brother or an uncle or a sister or a cousin or a neighbor that has this unique experience or voice that you know all Assyrians around the world need to hear from. So one thing we're doing now is we're opening the Assyrian podcast to the world. In this episode, Peter and Paul Bahi, brothers and sons of Samir Bahi, interview their dad. I went over to their home, I set up the microphone, and after that, it was all them. And one thing you need to know as you listen to this episode is that Samir unfortunately had a brain aneurysm and stroke in the late 90s, and he barely survived. He isn't able to get complete sentences out anymore, but his sons did a great job of filling in the gaps as they traveled back with him into some of his fondest memories. I'm excited to hear from you all about interviews that you might have, people you think we ought to get to know. Do you know someone who needs to be interviewed, or are you the person who should be conducting that interview? Please reach out to us through our Facebook, Instagram, or email us at info@assyrianpodcast.com and tell us what you are thinking. Also, please don't forget to rate and review the podcast wherever you listen to it. Tell your friends about it and get them to subscribe. We love hearing from our amazing listeners. So let's get the word out and introduce more and more Assyrians to the Assyrian podcast. Support for this week's episode of the Assyrian podcast is brought to you by Tony Kalogerakos and the injury lawyers of New York and Illinois. If you know anyone that's been in a serious accident, please reach out to Tony Kalogerakos. Tony has been recognized as a top 40 lawyer and a rising star by Super Lawyers publication and has obtained multiple multi-million-dollar awards. Tony can be reached at injuryrights.com or 847-982-9516. And now, my friends, I hope you enjoy this wonderful episode, getting to know someone who put everything they had into creating music and humor and songs for the Assyrian nation. Enjoy.
So, Daddy-O,
Now, everybody knows you from the Ashoor Drama Group.
Yeah.
It says that you were born on March 15th, 1956 in Baghdad, Iraq.
Yeah.
And can you talk about your childhood a little bit? Like, what did you have any famous neighbors that we know of that you used to play with and have fun with as a kid?
Not really. I like it, football, soccer.
That was your favorite sport back then? That's what you guys used to
And the
sit
music. And the music.
Did you have anybody in particular that you used to listen to that kind of inspired you?
At Aghasi.
What year did you leave Iraq?
Iraq in 1973 in Lebanon, Beirut.
So you left Iraq, went to Lebanon.
Yeah. And then 1974, USA, Connecticut, 1975, Chicago.
So that was everybody. You have 3 other brothers, Edmond, Ossi, and Albert.
That's correct.
Were you the only one that was into the arts? Like, did Ossi or Edmond, anybody else love?
No, Ossi, goalie.
He
Ossi,
played soccer.
yeah.
So youngest brother, Ossi, was a goalie.
Yeah.
And then I know later on with the Ashoor Drama Group, Edmond was with you, but was he also into music? Did he also used to sing as well, like you used to sing, or was that something that you got him into?
No, I did come home, Edmond, but I did it, have fun. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying Edmond started doing the dramas with him later on.
That's correct.
So he was the only one singing.
How old were you when you started to sing? Were you, I don't know the structure in Iraq, so they have the same sort, elementary, high school, college. So would you sing in high school, or is it something that you were part of?
High school.
You started singing in high
Baghdad,
school?
yeah.
What kind of, did you play any instruments, or are you just singing?
No, singing, no.
When did you decide like that maybe this is something I can do later on in my life, that singing would be something that I would maybe one day move to America? I don't know what it was like back then, but was that something that you were planning on doing, like wanting to make a career out of singing?
No, no plan, but the situation in Iraq, yeah, and then my dad, my mom live in USA.
So what year did you start singing when you reached the United States? You started singing right away, and Assyrian Association, you started singing in Chicago?
Yeah, I like music.
What year was that you started
What
singing?
year? In 1975, I believe.
And back then, who were the singers? Like you're saying, you're like Ivan Aghasi,
Ashoor Sergis.
Ashoor
Yeah,
Sergis.
Aghasi, yeah.
Because I think from when we were listening to the first episode of the Assyrian podcast, Linda George said that Sagan Gabriel found her and got her into wanting to make music full time. Was there somebody that you talked to and said, "Hey, this is something I'm interested in doing," or was it something that they heard you at Chataputa and says, "Hey, I think this guy is something special. We may have something with him."
No, I خورة شمو خمو. Drum, yeah. يعني قمت جو بغداد neighbor وخرت تزمور وخرت stage interesting بزمارة بس بزمارة رابع زهمت يعني competition Sagan Gabriel ميسي شايا Charles Marco Aghasi modern actor, funny actor, music.
So yeah, because during that time, I mean, even when I was growing up, I mean, there was a lot of them are the same singers today. We had Fatin Shabu, Sagan Gabriel, Evan Agassi, of course, Linda George, Janana Jendu. So Ashoor Sergis, there was a lot. I was watching this documentary from Ann Yonan on KBSV, and she said that you went to a competition at Chataputa. Was that something that you won it?
Chataputa club,
Assyrian Athletic.
The small club.
Yeah.
ورابنا جو family friend خطأ يعني spy يعني no nervous أنا. Yeah.
It was comfortable for you being on stage with
comfortable.
something else. So for those that don't know what Chataputa is, if you've seen the Why You Care video, that's where they did the Why You Care video at Chataputa. So if you want to picture,
no charge, of course.
They didn't charge you for it. No. You did a lot of stuff over there. So if you want to picture what Chataputa looked like, it was that one. What year did you start performing with the Bat Band?
اللي ما انت من بسمارة عاملي منك شرا اللي ما انت من بسمارة عاملي منك شرا في شبن في شب جنجارة عتيبة قاتي برا في شبن في شب جنجارة عتيبة قاتي برا
Bad Band, I believe 1981.
So right before I was born. Whose idea was it for you to join? There was John Rustin, Hikmat, Tamo,
Yeah.
Shimon Michael, and Edward Natoli. Did they come
That's
up to
right.
you and say, "Hey, we need a singer"?
That's right. And the plus best friend.
They were all your
Yeah,
close friends,
yeah.
So
Close, yeah.
buddies, that's how you
Yeah,
started
buddy,
the band.
yeah.
and that's something we're going to see later on as we transition to the Ashoor Drama Group.
Yeah.
2 years later, you went on your own. You had a solo album called Liba Yakshib. Was that?
لبا يخسر.
تتقاتي مضوية ويا تهزا جلت شنت خيالا أتخب شوقا عمقاتي وضيلا خبجورا منزلا شغلك لبي ميلا دخي بيات مشيلا قلتي أنا شلي خوبان بتخيلي
Tell them that you were like, "Forget you guys, I'm going to go on my own." Like, what happened with you and the Bat Band? Why did you guys stop?
I did lyrics and music, Anna.
Lyrics
Yeah,
and music.
no,
oh,
yeah. It خرطة John Rustin. Oh, music sonata. خرطة okay. Recording خرطة ويلا.
مرة بار باد باني من تخشخ بنوشخ شرخ بزمارة
Yeah.
داخي يعني بنوشخ
خبنوشين that's
اي
it.
ممرخ قاعدة من
Did you tell them like, "Hey, I think I'm just going to go on my own," or
قاموا بنوشخ
yeah? Why did you go by yourself?
Because يعني أنا let have fun.
You weren't having any fun with it.
لا have fun.
It was
مو دي funny music. That's it.
you wanted to do that.
Yeah, do that. بس مو دي بس جو family عادي شو سرن جابرييل اوكي شو music يا سورة وايوكي يعني لم بختها يعني أتخف funny.
هي سو عاد مرات يعني قاموا خشخ كدراما بس باقولة لبيت مرة إمديت ويجو باد بان قاموا خشخ بنوشخ بس مرة يعني شغلك باد بان. I think you just decided to go solo. You
just
decided to
solo.
go solo. خرطة
Yeah.
اسمه كماشن تريشن
Yeah.
اسمه بنوشخ.
مايكل جاكسون. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
خرطة
Solo.
زيرو بابا competition
Right.
وبيلو
That's
خود
it.
الدراmas قد kids اللي
Yeah.
enjoy more.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, knowing Georgis, your dad, Duergis, he was a man's man. He was a mechanic. So what did he think about you, like, not doing handyman work, but more, the arts,
Hey, Georgis.
singing?
Liked it? Did you
Was he happy for you or not?
No, because بابي دكتور.
He wanted you to be a doctor,
wanted
which
doctor.
every Assyrian parent wants their kids to be doctors. That's what I noticed.
Music, I love music.
You loved it.
I play music. I love.
Oh man, come on, quit wasting your time, man.
Yes. Sounds like what happened with us.
Yeah.
So
بس أنا من جلدة في هوليوود
You always had that vision.
always yeah.
So Kharta Wadwaluch, he did dramas, like basically
On your-
live.
beside not Assyrian funny يعني
Litwa.
lit fun music film funny litten بس زمارة بس
So they look
بس
a need for that.
yeah I need me and of course Ashoor Drama needed Ashoor Sturgis لا Ashoor بالسرجس
Right,
Ashoor
Ashoor
Sturgis
Sturgis,
من
yeah.
Chicago
Yeah.
تلخى
He probably talked to you and he felt your passion.
yeah
Before we get to the Ashoor Drama Group, there would be pretty much there probably no Samir Bahi without Ashoor Baba. I know that one of his songs that he wrote or probably made the music was my favorite song of yours, which is Yona Khidya. So was that the first time when maybe you talked to him during that time period? You said like, hey, let's work together on something. Like how did you first meet Ashoor Baba? And now, for those that don't know who Ashoor Baba is, I mean, he's pretty much like our Dr. Dre or Rick Rubin.
composer
Ashoor Baba Hoyiro Khida be when you sang solo and be drama kharta.
لا
I think before that, right?
Yeah.
You met him before.
Yeah,
You were singing like
oh
serious songs.
before
Yeah.
And so when you met Ashoor Baba, was that something that you guys talked about? Because I know you guys talk today still about doing stuff like, with comedy and whatever. But what about when you guys first started talking? Like, how did you meet Ashoor Baba?
first Ashoor Baba خوري رابا
Yeah.
من شيكاغو إتر جو باند والتر آزس ميت وخرطة همزمة خرطة زلنا استوديو من ديوان إتا رابا همزمة وخرطة تشديم استوديو خرطة أنا بشي مرابا because let أنا زمارة لت قالوا لت زوزة خاطر مود نخشلي مرجورجس خاطر بتخارت قنشة altar
Yeah.
همزم شتوتا بأراميك خاطر همزم true story تا يا مرجورجس هايري music famous إتا خشلي finish church خاطر خشلي أشلاند وديوان خاطر خشلي رايت ديوان جدة خاطر تيلا عاشور تا سميتا مودي قصة تا اتلستوديو
Close to Devon Avenue? Okay.
خاطر أوكي خشلي استوديو خاطر إتا ديفيد تشابلايا إتا زمارة إتا لا تيلا music lots of maybe 25 music
Like it was live instruments.
خشلي ناس music
That was David Simon's Gushara, right?
David,
Okay, and that's one of the fan questions, so I might as well ask it now. When you started to parody songs, was that something that you got approval from people?
What do you mean?
So obviously you didn't get approval from Richie Valens to do Leba in Bechta, because we would have been sued for that. But Why You Care was a song from David Simon. Gushara.
Chaplaya.
So did you
nickname?
Did you ask permission for him?
لما تخرب البالة. لما تخرب بس
Ashoor Baba had it anyways, right?
بس
it was his music.
بس خروات رابع.
Got it. Yeah. So you weren't afraid of being
best
sued.
friend. ما خاشوا بابا. بس هو Ashoor. How about idea? How about music be English? What do you mean? Why you care?
Yeah.
Ashoor. What? Master, 10 minutes. Are you sure? Yeah. Vidal Mbala. One day, just like this. Vidal.
And just put it together at the studio.
This, Why you care?
I saw her in the party. I asked her, what's your name? I saw her in the party. I asked her, what's your name? Who's your father and mother? She told me, why you care? Who's your father and mother? She told me, why you care? 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 About me, why you care? About me, why you care? 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 About me, why you care?
Yeah.
So when you did that song, Why You Care,
Jackpot.
that's when you knew,
Yeah.
I gotta get
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
Because from a story you told me a while ago was there was a poster that you saw, and like on the you see big words like Jinan Sawa and Sargon Gabriel, and then you see like a small print, you see Samir Bahi. Was that when you knew, like, okay, I gotta change, this is not gonna work, like me singing about love songs is just not gonna make me, and like it's not gonna do anything for me? So was that when you decided, let's move on from this life, the Batman and Yona Khidyat, whatever, and like let's go with like to do Ashoor Drama Group?
That's correct. Yeah.
And so let's talk about the Ashoor Drama Group. Who's Ashoor from Ashoor Drama Group?
Ashoor Surges. Yeah.
Not Ashoor Bit Surges,
Yeah,
but Ashoor
Surges.
And those that are wondering who he is, he was also the Michael Jackson. Like he was.
He played Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he played Michael Jackson.
Ashoor Surges متقارن تي لخا اشتابوتا تي بارتي إتا introduce أنا Ashoor Surges وأنا سامر باهي حتى تا إيشا social club بت اشتابوتا قاموا because meet سالم مكاريوس تلخى خاطر meet okay خاطر خشلي خاطر مرة introduce سالم حسام very nice funny ومكاريوس خشلي خاطر nice هير وخاطر بيلا.
Well, that's the group there.
Yeah,
Salim,
group.
Ashoor.
Yeah.
So okay, I know. So it was Ashoor Drama Group. There was Sanim. There was Idmon. How did you get Idmon? How did you Idmon? How did you convince? Yeah, your brother Idmon, my uncle.
Yeah.
How did you convince him to be like, hey, come join the Ashoor Drama Group? Let's make some.
By accident. I don't know.
He tried to get everybody involved that he could around him and use the people.
Yeah.
I could just imagine Georgisa's reaction. Like, what is my boys, my handyman boys are
Ossie played his younger brother Joe. Played
he was in a play with him before.
But Ossie plays soccer.
Yeah.
Busy.
What about, and then Abby, God rest his soul.
Abby tree baraba.
Yeah, he was always angry about something. So we have the Ashoor Drama Group was, I remember Alfred Mirza was early on. I think he was the original Romeo, right? Was it Alfred Mirza was his name? There was Homi Hermes, Salim, Idmon, Ashoor Surges, and then
Philly, yeah. At Ashoor Baba at the studio, no charge. Thank you.
So he Ashoor Baba didn't charge you at all.
كله يبقى قاعدين مخفان وهذا
مخفان. No. بتقارد آتم بيتر وبول.
Yeah, we'll get to the scene of the direct video.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go back for a minute. You also did plays. You wrote the plays and you performed in plays. I can't imagine you sitting and like reading like Ibsen or Shaw, or did you read any Shakespeare or anything? Was that like, were you motivated by anybody?
Shakespeare at the Romeo and Juliet, yeah.
Well, yeah,
yeah. بس رابع ناشئ يطلعون لا قاموت شكسبير have fun.
يعني قاموت مسخورة
يا عافية. شكسبير يعني have fun.
يعني كوميدي.
Yeah, comedy. رامي جوليت شيكاغو 1975.
بدلت لي بخبا روميو شوي قلي ورقلي أخ من دا قبالي مريجة روميو مريجة رورو مريجة روميو
1980 was a company.
Reza Company,
Yeah,
was that
Johnson-
your first
Johnson
and that's when
Odishu,
you met
yeah.
Johnson Odishu,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's someone that you worked with years
Yeah,
later
yeah.
when you came to
Yeah,
California.
yeah.
In a Merwal Khruza company, what it was live comedy, Rabba Sharshuyat,
Shashi Rabi, because
practice.
because every time practice
Gotta look on
was
the
no
cards
Qartua
here.
below zero. No more.
Umaruch after costs or renting hall, they were really
No,
worth it.
no.
It just became too
You got
much.
lucky to break even.
Yeah, not even. No. Lost
He lost
money.
money. Gee. Yeah, everybody was entertained. We had
Yeah.
Pit you on TV with somebody else. You remember Linda Sargis? She was in Lebay Bakhta. She was the
Linda.
female.
Linda, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah,
she
yeah.
said, I asked her.
She's good.
Yeah, I asked her
She's
what it was
good.
like working for you, and she says working with your dad gave me one thing is sense of pride. She said it was nice to have people see the videos and then see me at church or a party and tell me how funny or how happy they were with the video. Till today, people see me and try to figure out if I was the girl in some of your plays. So, and I know that's one thing with putting a play together is trying to get committed people to like come to, like you said, to rehearsals to try to memorize their lines and try to. I know it's a lot of work, so that just didn't become fun for you.
Lots of work.
So, but we saw two things. Though. We saw you singing and we saw you writing plays and acting. So now we have the birth of the Ashoor Drama Group, which is a mix of both things. And no one ever did that before, and no one's done it since. So can you tell us, like, for example, some of your famous characters was Pater Odishu. Do you remember where Pater Odishu came from? Like, whose idea it was for Pater?
Patel Odishu. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hindiwai Duchana. Yeah.
So
Makari. بس أي good question, but لم بتخرب Patel.
I would say Pater was my female, my crush in kindergarten.
لم بتخرب Patel لا.
Which was like 87, 88. But
Patel Odishu.
we would say Johnson was Odishu.
لا بتقارن فلي يعني pretend Patel Hindiwai. It's أنا music أنا Patel Odishu.
It started off as a joke.
Joke.
Okay. They were joking around and took off.
Interview فلي يعني Patel Odishu music conduct ويا يعني story يعني أنا Patel Odishu.
Yeah, that's how a lot of I mean, pretty much everything you did was a story, you know, and you see Peter from Africa, Pater Odishu, and one of the most famous and controversial was Lebay Bakhta. Now, obviously, people are asking, because that's one of the fan questions they were asking about if you had permission. I know. You would have been sued if Richie Valens' estate. They did not. No, they would be suing. They sued Led Zeppelin for something similar.
Though, Pete, they didn't have Litwa YouTube, Litwa Internet. So you didn't have this stuff. It was all like VHS tapes. So and most people, you know, instead of buying it, one person would buy it, and people would go make copies and then give to their friends. So it wasn't really.
Well, it wasn't. He wasn't profitable doing it. I know the director.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying profitable, but if you would have put it on YouTube right away, they would have took it off.
Sure.
Or they would have.
أية movie La Bamba, famous. Radio, famous. لا Bamba تخا.
بس أنا بتقارن لبين بختة. It was Chicago rally like downtown. It was
You talking about the parade they made for Ashoor
yeah,
Drama Group?
they had a parade.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then بختاتي تيلو اتولانيخا كارت وانا سوري بس بتخانن تيلو بتشربه عود إن أيبا الله أتخس متى ويدت هذا السالم مرة ليتم برمويا أنا مرة لي بين بختة أما لي بين بختة أنا بين بختة بس بينويا
spy
بختة right yeah they didn't really understand
so
his
people
words.
were pissed at you
Oh yeah,
for
they were
that
throwing
song.
things
Okay.
but not that
funny
many.
funny أنا Samir Bahi funny
most people like
Yeah.
and supported
Yeah.
it
Lighthearted.
but you
Yeah.
did have those
لين بختها 30 years music
plus I remember he went to the church and he let the ما يوقع شاهد الملوخية قومت ما يقول الملوخية يشميلة يعني يودي ولا approve
yeah
and it took Hamindi he had to change it he would change it before he'd put it out or make the changes
yeah
you know like the word like لشان خياريخة وخروب أخسجنتا قمت متتوسع
لا قمت مخصاولتها
That was original
yeah
lyric?
خطا ناشي complain
and they called him
مخصاولتها تلخى يا قاشو شماشة يا قاشو يا
Oh my God. I can't imagine.
متخبى رابي لا عيبلة مخصاولتها عيبلة يا قاشو رابي how about مخشنتا اوكي مخشنتا
no problem he changed it
مدري thank you Ashoor Baba no
he had to
charge
go back in and
go
re-record
back
it.
yeah مخشنتا خطأ ويداله smooth
And it worked out.
yeah work out thank God yeah بس funny rather funny يعني Salem the best yeah just like this 2 minutes no problem
So let's finish with La Bain Bakhta, which was a parody. Because during that time, I remember you used to own a video store, Babylon Video, and I remember like front and center. It was like the most famous movie at the time. La Bamba, Ludam and Phillips played him, and I would imagine like you just staring at that poster and be like, "Hey, this, you know, La Bamba, La Bain Bakhta." I'm like, I have a feeling something similar.
Albert Ruscio التيا music guitar قصة لمن بختة يعني بختو complain مود complain bingo يعني زوزة
so based on a true story
yeah true story yeah خلينا okay no problem yeah spy لا تشيبه وتشابوله ويا وديفورس لا
let's make a song
let's make a song خطأ بداله yeah.
What was the idea? Because if you see the end of Leba in Bakhta, and I asked Linda, she has no idea. I think you said like, because at the end it says to be continued. She was attempting to hit him with a pull stick, and then you see it stops and it says to be continued. Was there ever a plan to continue it?
So she was
that's right.
Angora. He was going to do one for the woman.
She didn't know that. I asked her about it. She's like, I only sing in the shower. I was like, I don't sing for
that was his plan. He was going to do one for
unfortunately stroke خطأ.
You're going to do it here in California? Or you're going to remake it later? That was one of your plans?
Planned,
Was it always a plan for you to put us in a video? Because I know off of the Ashoor Drama Group, you would record me and Paul. We would dress in your costumes. And we would sing Romeo and Juliet. I'd be Juliet for some reason.
Shakespeare.
But was it always a plan? You're like, let's get Paul and Peter in this too? Did you always want us to be in your video?
خلينا Paul بالصورة لو سنة drugs.
He's older.
Yeah. عاتن ليطن لما
So I was okay. So
بس شن ليطن same thing.
We're 2 years apart. But what happened was that day I remember. So that took place the same day that you did Ala Beat. It was in the backyard of the
Ala Beat.
It was the backyard of I think Ed was his name, the director.
No, Hassu.
Hassu. Hormuz.
Shirkina's father. So I remember like prior to recording, I remember like I was catching everything. I'm like, I'm a tight end, you know, I'm like, I'm going to be a future tight end or fullback. I'm going to catch everything. And before they were recording, and for some reason, like when it started recording, like Shirakino's throwing the ball at me. You can see her reaction too in the video. She's like, "What the heck are you doing, dropping the ball?" I'm like, "I don't know." I kept dropping the ball, and you see Dad's reaction, like shaking his head, like, "What the hell? What kind of son do I have?" You know, like I was supposed to be like the star athlete, but I just kept dropping. Yeah, I was disappointed in me. And I know for you, there was so when people were wondering like those abandoned, it was like the school buses when you ran into the school bus after you threw drugs at Sodom.
Yeah,
you remember where that was at?
I would help out at the video store. It's one of the video stores. So I would help out.
Motoro.
Yeah, so he said we're gonna film in the back. So while we're working, he had a guy working in front. I guess we went in the back.
مرلا قدراكس مرلا قدراكس say no to drugs say no to drugs عديا جوانتا عديا خمتا ضيق ما دخلوكم الناشد شقلين دراكس لينا بيانوكم اخجينا مخرباني تطلع نتخيوكم ويمون رقا من دا مرة لاورني بيتوكم مرلا قدراك مرلا قدراك say no to drugs say no to drugs
And he called the police officers. Those are real Evanston police officers.
Yeah, those were his friends.
Yeah.
They used to hang out in the back of Babylon Video. I remember he would be like eating food all the time. They're like your buddies with the same number.
Yeah, so we did it in the back. I mean, within an hour, or we shot it first take.
Yeah,
Adam came. He said we're gonna do this, and I used to play back there. I used to go back there and play. And so, there was a broken down school bus.
No problem.
Do this.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, one shot. First
shot.
take, we did that, and then it was
It's
fun,
amazing.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was little. Yeah, it was something normal.
That was a fun childhood. It was the same day we did Out of Beat. I remember like when they were shooting Out of Beat, they were all in the front, and the camera was on the people in the front. And for whatever reason, I thought it'd be funny to like go in the back and like play with the drums. And so like I'm playing with the drums, and like I see the director staring at me like smiling, and then I see Dad like with that mean look on his face, like he was gonna. You were pissed. Yeah, I was like, oh. But yeah, that was the same day that you did both of those. So I mean, we had a lot of fun in childhood, and from there we ended up moving. Afterwards, like 91, we moved to California. And that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so, what was the idea for us to leave Chicago because obviously you had the Ashoor Drama Group, everyone was there, and I know Homie ended up moving, and Johnson Odisha came later on as well. But was there a reason why we came here? From Modesto,
because I hate snow.
Yeah,
it's too cold.
Yeah,
80 below zero. It's not fun.
Yeah, plus I remember when we first moved out here, Hala, you were working on drama. Yeah, Benny the Kid. He was working on Benny the Kid.
Benny, Cowboy.
Yeah,
Cowboy. Just an audition. Yeah.
So
that was like 96, right?
95. I can't.
It was 95, 96. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit before the stroke. Never got done with that.
Yeah, 97.
But again, this was something he was doing as a hobby and just on the side. He wasn't really making money on it. So it was something when he had the time to do it, and life got in the way sometimes.
I remember the story you told me about when did you realize that Ashoor Drama Group was a big deal? Like that you guys were like really famous?
I think recently,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you remember the phone call you got from somebody? Remember you told me somebody called you and said that she was a big fan of yours?
No, I can't remember.
Remember Linda George? Because I asked her and she said it's true. She said that she called you and
that's true. Yeah.
And that's when you realized wow, we are actually something special.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda George.
Chicago,
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
بس هدية ديت مرة يعني you realize تبقى زي it look actually a lot of fans.
Yeah, idea.
Well, now we have social media. I mean, now, with, because now the tapes are on YouTube. Ashoor Baba put them on YouTube and other people put them on YouTube. And I see like there's like thousands and thousands of people that view it. And I get messages from people about it. They're still fans of yours.
You know what? YK? Filipino
Even
nurse.
people of different countries.
Yeah.
He's a Marila.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah, Samir. Yeah, Sam. I saw you in the party.
They're singing your song?
I swear to God. Yeah.
That's interesting. And
YK.
And so after everything, we know that in June of 97, you had an aneurysm. I remember that day because I was getting ready for school. I saw you like getting ready. I think you had like a doctor appointment. Mom wasn't home. I think she was in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah.
And so
Wedding.
Our neighbor, her sister came. Her sister was a nurse, Petra, at doctors, and she notified her. And so I came back from school, and she said that your dad had an aneurysm. And I'm like, what is it? I didn't know what an aneurysm was. I just thought, it was something. I think she said seizure first. And then, okay, I was 15 at the time. I didn't know what it was, but like, okay, I was just thinking like, as if it was like a paper cut. At the time, I had no idea how serious it was. And then they said, so do you remember anything from that day? Anything?
Because coma.
Yeah. And how long were you in a coma for?
I believe 2 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
You were 1 year total go hospital. 1 year go rehab. So 2 years you're out of the house.
I can remember. Yeah.
Bill, I mean, I remember when we went to go visit, they said that you had no chance to live.
Yeah. No visa.
It's a miracle. Yeah, I mean,
Isn't it
you're
crazy?
1 in a million. You hit
no visa.
So مو ولا مرة مو خزيلو إما ديت وجو كوما مد بتخرج.
زيلي مريوسف خلاص. Yeah.
And did he tell you that you were going to be okay?
No, but go back.
Mara, he saw some stairs. And They told
go.
Him to turn around and go back.
Yeah, that was. I guess you could say that was because that's one of the questions which we'll get to. But that was pretty much like the end of the Ashoor Drama Group right there. And still today, you still have a lot of ideas that you want to do. So the aneurysm left you partially paralyzed. But again, to go from not living to being, what is it, 97, 2000, almost 23 years later, we're having this interview right now. That's a cool story to share for him to still be alive, to see his grandkids. So that's a big deal. That was the end of our questions. Now we have some fan questions that they submitted through the Assyrian podcast. And they want to know, one was, what was the idea behind Ashoor Drama Group, and what did you want to bring to Assyrian entertainment that we were missing at that time? So basically, there was a gap. Like, there was, obviously, what we saw with the Ashoor Drama Group never existed before that.
Yeah.
So what were you think? Like, did you see that gap and say, you know what? Assyrians need this. They need this kind of entertainment.
You're right. You have to.
Basically, that's it. Yeah,
that's it.
That was your idea.
Yeah, because
to do it.
Because a singer, 1 hour.
You sing for an hour when you're singing, like a normal singer.
But me, no. Very, very, very hard. Very hard. Because Ashoor Drama, 4 guys, with practice and the funny and the.
You can't do 1 hour.
You can't do that. Yeah, you need 1, 2, 3. That's it.
So Maro, مغزي دي باي يعني قامودي with an idea to do that. My idea. Okay, performing singer. Mm-hmm. No. For me, don't have fun. What do you mean? Singing wasn't fun
for you.
No,
not okay. But sing funny, good. For good.
But when you sing a song with Lamanaya, plus you're teaching at the same time, and something crosses.
Remember, your guys, Chicago performer, 1,000 people. Remember?
Yeah. There was a big crowd.
There was fun, and then and then Chicago restaurant Halloween.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Lots of
Was
people.
that Arbella's restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arbella's restaurant.
Arbella,
Yeah,
lots of people.
yeah.
But you know what? People and special boys, excitement. Yeah. Oh, my
And
idea.
he's saying the kids were excited when he
The
sees
kids,
that
yeah.
look in their face.
Yeah.
You just want to keep
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's a drive.
Yeah.
That you
sure.
don't get from singing love songs.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What about, like, did you have any inspirations? Because I know my comparison at the time, I think later I figured out that you were a big Saturday Night Live fan. That's kind of how you got
Yeah,
your ideas.
yeah.
I thought it was like Weird Al Yankovic, because he was
Yeah.
also somebody, he would do parody songs, and he would, like, sing funny songs, but he also... So I assume that... So Saturday Night Live was where you got your ideas
It
from?
was Saturday Night Live come 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved SNL.
Yeah, that was where you got all your creativity from.
Funny. The best, mainly thing, funny.
Right, that's what you were trying to do from day one.
Yeah.
Just
Make people laugh.
Funny, you laugh,
Yeah.
laughing, better.
Right, make their lives better by laughing.
Best, yeah.
Okay.
Not money, but
Right.
funny.
That wasn't the
Yeah,
inspiration behind it. The second question is, was it the first time where an Assyrian group brought a diasporic perspective to music? And what that means is, basically, you didn't just sing for like Jiraya or Tiraya. You sang for every Assyrian.
No, but
Was that always your intention?
who cares?
You didn't care?
No. Chaldean, yeah, I'm Chaldean, but who cares? Who cares?
I believe that because
My wife,
they asked me.
Mentiare, but who
Yeah,
cares?
he's trying to say that
It wasn't-
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
He was
doesn't
only
matter.
for the whole- for all Assyrians.
You guys, born Chicago. So what? Yeah, have fun. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
لكن أنا ما بريل بقاوي بابيكي بزال طالبني طالي نبيلة برديت عمي صبرك زال طالب نبيلة برديت عمي بس أنا كيب مبراتا أطرنيطا شمح شميرا نقول شيكاغو كعيشة كيبنا كل حلبي مريم مريم عبر تمام معذوبة شميرا بشيكاغو وانا بديتروي أين طرنيطة وانا كدايا كيف من حوالي خميش عجايا يا الشميرة كبيرة كيبنا إلا كويرة طالي بتمثل نجاني الطالي لكويرة بتمثل نجاني الطالع لكويري صفرة زالي محكينا أمي قاشا كيف النغزيلي غدا حال خينا أمرين قراري عدولة 30 كنت فرقوثا بالكالديتا وآثور نيتا
That was, and then it says, the third question is, you created parodies before parodies were even a thing, at least in the Assyrian community. That must have been a game changer. For example, Why You Care was a parody of David Simon's Gushra. What would the artists themselves say? I think we kind of answered that early on, but you got permission from pretty much Ashoor Baba, who created the music, to go ahead and sing their songs.
Not Ashoor Baba, but idea.
But they were okay with it.
Yeah, because go ahead.
They
That's
said
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't ask
Not,
Richie Valens
but
or
Organ,
Gloria
yeah.
Estefan to sing.
Organ, yeah. yeah.
Okay.
Telephone in LA. Yeah, Chicago, LA. Mustn't yeah.
Can I use your lyrics?
Yeah,
for this comedy
and
song?
then, oh yeah, of course.
Interesting.
Because music, Turkey. Same thing. Organ, Chiboyinach and Bakta.
Pure from Africa.
Yeah, you Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spanish.
And he's trying to say that those songs that he took from those singers, they weren't theirs originally anyway. They took it from somebody else.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
originally, when you go back to the original,
Yeah.
he's saying
It's
that
tricky nowadays, but I can imagine at the time they probably didn't think much of it.
La Bamba is Spanish.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Surah, it's not business. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you use their instruments, they could sue you for that. If Richie Valens is his
Not
family,
really, because studio. Studio. I buy it studio instrument cassette.
Yeah, so he did basically have
basically,
the rights
studio,
to
yeah,
use
yeah,
them,
yeah.
or he
La
went
Bamba,
around
no.
getting the rights
he
somehow,
did.
some way.
Or Gloria Estefan with the second Romeo and Juliet song.
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet.
Rhythm is gonna get you. And
Yeah.
you turn into,
Shakespeare.
yeah, everything was Shakespeare
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, but who died?
Yeah, well,
In the century.
So he
yeah.
basically was a pioneer.
yeah, he
yeah.
definitely was. And the third question is, what was the first song you released, and what year, and what were people's reaction? Do you remember the first with the Bat Band, or any song that you sang, and that was your first? And then
أيه شمت سبرن لدارت أيه
Shmat Sapran Lader.
لدارت yeah.
And do you remember what people thought of the
Love
song?
song.
Loves yeah.
He was singing for the ladies. In the
Yeah.
Was it
yeah.
before Mom or after?
No comment. But I did lyrics and music.
He did the lyrics and the music. Mara, what was the people's reactions?
Oh مقبال.
They were in love, right?
Oh
All
my
the
God. بخيا napkin litten out of business.
So the fourth question is, could you walk us through the creative process for each of the songs in production? So every time you did an Ashoor Drama Group song, you wrote a skit for it, and then you wrote the song, and then did you tell the group that we're going to sing, this song is called Shamiran, for example, and did you sit down with the Ashoor Sargis and say, hey, I have this idea for you to sing, to be performing as like Michael Jackson? Like, how did that come about?
يعني an idea وخاطر يمرتوا على الود أدخل.
Yeah.
So at you direct.
Haitian Detroit.
Yeah.
My ideas.
ودخل Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah.
That was
my idea.
إنه أخذ عين آتوريتا وأنا كلدايا.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaldu Atur. It was the Michael Jackson one.
Yeah. Babi Kaldian.
Yeah.
Yeah. خاطر Kaldian rubber prejudice.
There's prejudice.
Prejudice. Yeah. Aten Surat, Aten Kaldian.
So back then it was.
Yeah.
Back then, prejudice. Like there is today, but yeah.
Yeah. خاطر مودي أنا. خنا ودالي شميرة.
He said, how do I unite these things?
Yeah.
So the idea came. He said, I'm going to do this song, and I'll do Shamiran and Kabira Kevin.
If you, I was reading some of the comments on YouTube, and they were even talking about like the comparisons and pretty much.
He's like, there's no difference.
He didn't care.
No.
So he got his message
Babi
across that way.
Kaldian. يعني someone.
Yeah.
يعني imagine so what? Yeah.
And his
It's no different.
لشانة عتيقة يعني same thing the Parman يعني Chaldean Parman Surat Parman but music important
So you thought maybe the music can unite.
but united with fun
Maybe funny,
in a fun way.
in a funny way.
mainly think goal fun
right the whole purpose
argument
forget it. You're not for it.
No,
and that's true, because that's how I grew up. I didn't know until I got married. I went to Syria and I started to hear like these differences, and people ask me, what kind of Assyrian are you? I'm like, I don't know, I'm Assyrian. That's what I think. I don't know anything, because he never taught us to see a difference in like a different type of Assyrian. That wasn't that wasn't important to you, and you didn't teach us that. And
No.
I still don't think it's, to me, Assyrians are Assyrians. So the fifth question is, who was your audience base, or at least who you hoped would be your audience base? In other words, who were you creating music and entertainment for?
What do you mean?
يعني قاميت ووادا ميوزك اختي مروخ وادن youth يعني بختات الجورة ناش.
Was there a demographic, an age demographic that you were
like,
was 18 to 34?
My goal, youth.
The youth
Yeah,
was important
yeah.
to you.
So educating the youth.
Educate. That's right. Yeah,
Educate
you're right.
them and funny.
Yeah, funny. Yeah.
Make them laugh and educate them at the
Yeah.
same time. Keep them
Yeah.
entertained. Cut their ears.
Yen بختاتي very important. Yen urze.
So for everybody, but
Everybody.
more
yeah,
focused
yeah,
on the
yeah.
youth.
Focus. Yeah. Funny goal and the special youth. That's it. Yeah.
That was the whole reason for the Ashoor Drama Group.
Because why youth? Because ناشئ youth أنا خشلي Arizona خولة last year and the youth أيها سمير باهي ماصن شكله youth
Yeah.
youth ماصن شكله ماصن أي مولى.
He gets surprised now when the young people come up to him and they know who
Even
he
younger.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, how do you know me? Like,
Sure.
you know.
Original,
So he's
original.
shocked that it had that.
His
much,
other brothers know, but for him,
Youth
It shocks him
important,
sometimes, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
That they know him and
Yeah.
they listen to his songs and
Yeah.
you know.
and that's amazing. Like when they say, like your name is important. Because for me, I haven't done nothing, and people will like, Assyrian parents will love me because of dad. Like nothing I did, like I don't have a name. It's like, oh, you're Brood Samir Bahi, you're not Peter Bahi. You're Brood Samir Bahi, so you're important to us.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool feeling. I've had that my whole life, and we saw that a lot in '90 when Dad had his aneurysm. They had Jadan Sawa had a party for him at Civic Club, and then I don't remember who was at Bet Nahum, but they all raised money for us. Like we were super young. I was 15, you were 17, and George was 9. And so like Dad was like 40, so we were all like still super young, and like to have the entire community come together to like help us, you know what I mean? At the time we didn't understand how big it was, but like looking back now, like it's because of the Assyrian community, like we're still around today, like being able to like live our lives. You know
I think they knew that he did it for the love of the people. He didn't do it for the money.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he
No
gave
money.
it just to
It's genuine.
and it shows through the.
I have no money.
Yeah, you're broke.
Broke.
Yeah. Well, I think
That's
that
okay.
has
That's
to do
okay.
security, man.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
You're good.
But Marcel,
Yeah.
ping pong. جيش قطيخة خنا يطيل خطا يهمزم خطا smile. يعني تلاقي Marcel. Yeah, I love music. I love.
He's talking about a youth named Marcel. He plays the piano at the local church here at Marseille.
Yeah.
And he was playing ping pong, and he was looking at you,
Yeah,
at my dad,
yeah.
and he was telling him that he loved his videos and he appreciated what he did.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot today too. People will tag me in post and of Dad's song, and they'll say, "Oh, my sister loves your dad," and this and that. I'm like, it's very, it's a cool feeling. I mean, it's cool to be associated with someone that's done good, in a community's life where it affects you, affects my kids and your kids, and that's something that's you were always an awesome dad since I was born. Like I had the greatest childhood. I'm sure you can say the same thing and I noticed you weren't one of those dads that was like, "Oh, I love you, son," like Danny Tanner, but you were like everywhere you went, I was always with you, and I didn't understand that was your way of showing love to me. I have the same thing with my kids as well. I always want them around me, and that's my way of showing my love to them. So like I always want to thank you for being like the greatest dad ever and giving us the greatest childhood ever, because we had a video store. You let me watch all the Jason and Freddy movies, and
Jason
we did we did drama, you did plays and music, and that was my life. Like that's why I love the arts till to this day. So like,
That was a fun
it
trip.
was a great childhood. I can't imagine.
My goal, stand-up comedy.
You want to write
always wanna be
stand-up comedy
Yeah.
like for somebody else to do? Yeah, because he can't perform because of his
Yeah.
the aneurysm. He has a little trouble speaking
Yeah.
sometimes.
My
But,
stand-
the ideas are there.
Oh yeah,
The
creativity is definitely
Yeah.
still there.
he tells me some ideas.
My
you know,
idea
now-
very nice. Not sing.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy. Very hard, but I can.
Yeah, he says that we need stand-up comedy and without swearing, to where you can do it and the
Yeah.
Assyrian
Yeah.
people will enjoy it.
What was one memorable experience during your time with the Ashoor Drama Group? Something that you guys did together, maybe it wasn't on camera. Do you remember anything special that you guys did?
No, by accident.
كله لا مرة إيمن كله خن موضة على خشخن خدكتا إيمن خمالله خن إيكا شاتبوت.
أهم شيء. أهم شيء, yeah.
You guys were always
Because
together
it's
also.
studio, what the recording, yeah.
But you guys were also like, besides of course Edmond being your brother, but everyone else, you guys were like, because I saw Salim. He used to take us out to the arcade.
Salim the best.
He was our uncle too.
My idea,
And homie too.
yeah, no. Salim the best.
Yeah, Salim is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
because fully, Salim the best.
Salim played Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. He
Yeah.
played the woman in the in that one where
Well, he was Lebain Bakhta. He actually, people are confused, like, because they always say, "Oh, Samir Lebain Bakhta," but Salim was the one that sang it. You wrote it, but he sang it. That's something that people get confused about as well.
For example, في اللي جو أنا بتوديشو
Yeah.
music cut okay 2 hours.
yeah. So when they were trying to record
Yeah.
Philly, it took them a couple hours.
them بختها Salim
One
two
take, two takes,
yeah
quick.
quick.
Yeah,
Sure.
so there was people that had natural born
Yeah,
talent
born, yeah.
from God-given talent, and he would utilize
Sorry,
that in a
sorry.
way where it made it
قال
easy.
voice.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's I
So yeah, I think that's what he would do. Like there was people that it would take them a couple hours to say a song, and there was other ones that took him a couple of minutes. So
that's one thing I'm getting off of this podcast is like to hear you say pretty much that music was like the back, like you didn't care for the music. You didn't even, because people were going to associate you, say Samir Bahi, the singer, and you're like, no, I don't like that music part.
No,
I love the comedy. I love the acting. That's what you live for. That was
Yeah.
who you were. That's what you want people to,
That's true. No, that's
yeah,
true.
and the music comes in it because, of course, people like to listen to music. It catches their ear, but he utilizes it in a way with the comedy and
Yeah.
and then
acting.
number 7 is what year did you all decide to call it quits? What exactly happened? And obviously, the aneurysm had a lot to do with it. But I would say even in 91, pretty much like when we moved to California, because there was no Sodom here. There was no Edmond
That's-
here.
yeah,
Because all there was
that's
was
right.
pretty much Homie and Johnson Odishu. And
Just
wasn't the same.
Odishu, Arizona.
later he went
Yeah,
to Arizona,
yeah,
but he lived in
yeah.
California. He lived
I have Jimmy Khanishu, Arizona. Very good. But the problem, Modesto, you have people, good actor, no nervous.
they can do the act.
They can do, acting, the best. Mainly think football man, actor. Yeah.
I remember there was a Ashoor Drama Group in California, and then, of course, when you had the aneurysm, Johnson was helping us out. He put together Assyrian comedy songs of '98, and there was like "Be Cool, Stay in School," "Layoff,"
Yeah,
Reno.
yeah.
They were okay, but I think what it is also is just basically you can't. Seeing something like that, it's like remaking Back to the Future. It's like
those
can't
were
change it. It's
those were stuff that he had recorded, and he wasn't done with them. They were unfinished, and he some of them he wasn't going to use. Some of them he was going to go back and finish. But after the aneurysm happened, I think Johnson just took those and put them on. But even when we came out here, everybody was just a phone call away. So he would call them. They would come from Chicago, and he did one here at Downey High School.
I have that on
drama.
tape. Maybe one day we'll put it on for people.
But the camera no good.
The quality.
The quality.
Yeah.
This camera.
Yeah.
AK5.
He says nowadays the equipment now
Well, today,
is a lot better than the
Yeah,
equipment back
sure.
then. So back then you had all this bulky equipment you had to take
Early
with you and
90s,
stuff.
yeah.
Good quality.
But I think your question is when it stopped.
Basically, when did they end? When
was
did they call
with
it
the
quits?
aneurysm because he was still
Yeah.
working on that Benny the Kid. But when the aneurysm happened, it just went from
That was
he's
it.
just trying to survive now. And
June of '97 was the end of the Ashoor Drama Group, and a lot of people, because they'll see the videos from the '80s and early '90s, and be like, where is the 2000s? What's going on? And so pretty much that's the reason why the aneurysm stopped everything.
yeah, and I mean it was hard to do without that as it was because you're working and you have to. I would tell him. I remember as a kid, I'm like, Dad, are you gonna do any more dramas? And he would say, okay, yeah, give him the idea and the motivation to go out and do it. And then I saw him working on Benny the Kid, and that was pretty cool. And then, Benny the Kid would have been nice.
It was. Yeah, and Linda Sarkis was in it. She was from Lebanon. It was kind of a cool way to mix everyone together. But, it's just that happened, and then, of course, I'm not funny. I think you gave me your creativity, but I cannot sing, I cannot act. So, but maybe someday we could get the kids together and do something.
Now he has a lot of ideas, so we'll see.
The next question is, in your opinion, has there been anything similar to Ashoor Drama Group since in the Assyrian community? Have you seen anything?
خزيت دراما سورية
No. No.
It's on YouTube. A couple of funny things.
There's
And
Logan Johnson.
Some of them they did his videos.
Logan Johnson.
Show me.
עוד لبين بختد لوش تدخويق
Yeah.
على اليوتيوب بتخارج خزيت.
Yeah.
بس لنا وادت جانا اوريجينال
Ramil.
واتن خدش منه وادنا.
بتخارج ناس Sydney أنا بتغدي شو.
Basically, last question. We'll just end it right here. How do you want to be remembered in the Assyrian community?
لا بيت ناشر تخريج.
تخريلي good actors, good funny.
Funny actor.
Funny actors.
Good and funny actor that
and mainly think good idea.
A creative genius.
Creative,
and
Jews.
قد ملفت youth. Right.
Youth,
To educate the youth and
youth.
to educate them about Assyrians and the language.
Yeah.
I know the Alab beat. I learned it with the songs. His Alab.
No, it's fine. We did.
Sorry,
good.
he's losing his voice.
Hey, it was a perfect way to close. Thank you to Steve. Thank you for the Assyrian community, because I really think it was because of you guys that this podcast, this episode is happening.
Yeah, that's
if
right.
If you didn't voice yourself to tell Steve that this was something that they wanted to we wanted to listen to, this wouldn't have happened. So we can't thank you enough for putting the podcast, for basically showing your love to Dad. He loves you. We love you. We thank you, the entire Assyrian community. And this has been the Assyrian podcast with the Bahi family. And may God bless you always. And remember, more Naka drugs, say no to drugs.
Thanks for tuning in. Real quick, I have a favor to ask before we close out. We appreciate all of the feedback we've received on the podcast thus far. If you could take a minute after this to rate and review us wherever you listen to us, we'd greatly appreciate it. We love reading what you have to say. Thanks again, and see you next week.